The movie begins in 1968 showing the train tracks. Paul has built a beautiful glass-floor skyview restaurant to surprise his girlfriend Iris. She is very happy. They even take a photo together for the restaurant's commercial. Inside the restaurant looks amazing, a live kitchen in the middle and a see-through glass floor showing everything below. Guests are dancing and enjoying the party. Iris puts a rose in Paul's pocket but the thorn pricks her finger. She feels sick and vomits. A singer at the party guesses that Iris must be pregnant. Iris is shocked but happy when she realizes it's true. Paul later takes her to the rooftop terrace, where he proposes to her. Iris happily says yes and tells him she's pregnant. Paul is overjoyed. Meanwhile, a little boy, the singer's son, throws a coin from the terrace. Instead of falling down, it gets sucked into the restaurant's AC duct. Soon the party gets lively again. People dance on the glass floor but it starts shaking. The spinning coin inside the duct causes trouble with the AC system. Suddenly the glass floor breaks. People fall through. Paul holds onto a broken glass panel but his hands bleed and he can't hold on. He falls and dies. Iris, luckily standing in a safe spot, survives. The spinning coin eventually shoots out of the duct, hits a gas pipe and causes a gas leak, leading to even more danger later. The fire spreads from the gas leak and soon the restaurant catches fire. People panic. The singer also dies in the fire. Iris hides under a piano to save herself. She runs to the lift to escape but it's already full. Before the lift can move, a man falls under it and gets crushed. The lift breaks and everyone inside dies. Iris goes back upstairs. Half of the restaurant is now hanging dangerously. People are trying to escape. The only thing holding this section in place is the piano. Then the spinning coin falls on the piano and the balance is lost. The entire section falls down, killing everyone. Iris sees the singer's son. She grabs him trying to save him but the floor breaks. She puts her ring between two rods to hold on but her hand gets cut. The ring slips and she falls, taking the child with her. Both die. Suddenly a scream is heard. Turns out all of this was just a vision. A girl named Stefani was sitting in class and had screamed after seeing this horrifying scene in her mind. Her professor asks what happened, and Stefani explains that she keeps seeing such scary visions. That night she wakes up screaming again. Her roommate suggests she should talk to her family about it. Stefani goes home, meets her father, and then visits her uncle's house with her brother. She spends time with her cousins happily until she asks her uncle about her grandmother, Iris, the same woman from her visions. Her uncle gets angry and says Iris went mad, left the family and started living on an island. She never returned, and because of this, Stefani's mother's mental health got worse until she too left the family. Her uncle leaves angrily but her aunt feels sorry for her. She gives Stefani Iris's letters, address and belongings, helping Stefani start her journey to find out the truth about her grandmother. In the box, Stefani found a picture of Paul and Iris in front of the Skyview restaurant. She was shocked this was the same place she had been seeing in her dreams. To get answers, Stefani went to the lonely island where Iris lived. The house was old and damaged. Stefani introduced herself on the security camera, and Iris invited her inside. Iris was very happy to see Stefani and asked about her mother. Stefani told her sadly that their mother had left them when they were children. Stefani then told Iris the truth. I see you and Grandpa in my dreams. You're standing in front of the Skyview restaurant and then it collapses. Every day and night I see this and it feels real. Iris calmly explained, I used to have the same visions. And those visions helped me save people during the accident that happened that day. I took the coin from that little boy's hand because I knew what would happen. I even announced on the microphone that the floor was about to collapse. Because of that, people escaped and many lives were saved. Stefani was shocked. You saved everyone? Iris nodded. But after that day, death didn't stop. It started killing those people one by one, those who had been saved. Even their children were not spared. If their parents were meant to die that day, their children were never supposed to be born. So death came back to fix what had gone wrong. That's when I realized you can't cheat death forever. Death didn't stop with others. It took Paul too, giving him cancer and killing him. Iris then realized that her turn was next. I hid on this island to escape death, Iris said. If I die, death will come for your mother, your uncle, their children, and even you and your brother. But as long as I'm alive, you're all safe. Stefani asked nervously, then why do I keep seeing these visions? Iris said, because death is already after us. This scared Stefani. Iris gave her a book that contained the names of everyone who had survived the Skyview restaurant accident, how they later died, and the methods to trick death. But Stefani didn't believe it. She refused to take the book and told Iris she would come back later. For the first time in many years, Iris stepped outside. She gave the book to Stefani again and said, "Death will come for you now. Use this book if you want to live." Stefani still didn't believe her until it happened. Gas leaked from a pipe, triggering a series of accidents. One thing led to another, and finally a sharp object struck Iris in the back, killing her instantly. Now Stefani was convinced Iris was right. 2 days later at Iris's funeral, Stefani saw her mother and realized she could be next. Stefani read the book and even found the same coin that Iris had taken from the boy years ago, the coin that had saved everyone. She tried calling her family to warn them, but no one answered. Meanwhile, her family was having a party, and that's when Death's plan started. A glass broke and a sharp piece of it fell into the ice bowl. People were using that ice for their drinks. A shard slipped into Stefani's uncle's glass, but he left it aside as he walked away. Slowly other objects at the party began to move or fall, showing that Death's chain reaction had begun. It felt like someone was controlling everything. Stefani's uncle dropped his glass. A sharp shard stabbed his foot. He screamed and fell to the ground. The impact of his fall made a tool fall onto the switch of a grass-cutting machine. The machine started on its own and rolled forward, slicing through Stefani's uncle's face and killing him instantly. Everyone was terrified. Stefani shouted that this was not an accident. Death was after them. She explained that even though her grandmother Iris had saved lives on the day the tower collapsed, Death never forgave them. It hunted every survivor and their families one by one. Now Stefani said, after Uncle's death, his daughter will be next. And after Mom's death, it will be me. But no one believed her. Her cousins got angry and accused her of making fun of their father's death. Only Stefani's mom believed her, but Stefani was still upset with her and didn't talk properly. Meanwhile, we see Stefani's uncle's eldest son at his piercing shop. After closing the shop, he gets a tattoo of his father's face to honor him. But then something strange happens. The ceiling fan switches on by itself. A magnetic chain hanging from it sticks to his nose ring and starts spinning him around. There's kerosene spilled on the floor and his lighter accidentally ignites it. He finally manages to break free from the chain but falls straight into the fire. The shop catches fire and burns quickly. Stefani hears about the fire and decides to rush to the shop in the morning. The boy suddenly stepped in front of Stefani's car and stopped them. He wasn't hurt except for a small injury on his arm. While they were talking, a speeding truck rushed past him and almost hit him, but he was perfectly fine. He smiled and said, "I told you nothing can happen to me." But Stefani wasn't relieved. She kept looking around nervously, noticing every dangerous object nearby. When a garbage truck passed by, she warned him to stay away. But he went up to it, even hugged it jokingly, and still nothing happened. He laughed and said, "You're just overthinking." Then his sister went for a walk. Out of nowhere, she tripped over a ball and fell into a garbage bin. Before anyone could react, the truck workers lifted the bin and dumped it into the garbage truck. Stefani, the boy, and her brother ran after it, screaming. Without caring for her own life, Stefani climbed onto the truck. But inside, the garbage compactor was already running. The girl was crushed to death before Stefani could reach her. All Stefani could pull out was her severed hand. Everyone was shocked and heartbroken. The boy's brother said quietly, "Stefani, you were right." But Stefani was confused. "No," she said. "It should have been her brother who died, not her." Then their aunt revealed the truth. That boy wasn't really your uncle's son. That's why he survived. His sister was the real blood relative, so death took her. This revelation stunned everyone, but now they believed Stefani. The dead girl's younger brother, trembling, and said, "Then it's my turn next. I don't want to die, please save me." Stefani looked at him with determination. "I'll save you," she promised. "But I don't know what happens next," Stefani said, panicking. Her brother put his hand on her shoulder. "You figured it out before, Steph. Just look around, you'll see the signs." Then it struck Stefani. Iris had once mentioned a boy who survived that day. A boy who was still alive. A boy who knew how to trick death. They decided to find him. At the hospital, they called out his name, JD. The man turned shocked. "Only Iris called me that," he said. "How do you know her?"